Hey y'all, I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of the daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment, okay? It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all things of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and a collective at heart only. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time, okay? Welcome to any new subscribers, okay? So very happy to have you, my loves, okay? Welcome to the fam. Welcome back to my lovers. I missed y'all. So, this is a guardian angel, Zadkiel reading, okay? So, it says that he worked closely with dogs and the people who love them, okay? You could be a dog person, but you don't necessarily have to be. You could just be, like, you could see a lot of dogs. You might need to look up the dog totem animal meaning, okay? Also, the dog gives me this energy of you being very loyal, you really sticking to whatever it is that your divine plan is for you and yourself. I feel like with this Seven of Cups, you've been able to see through all of these different illusions that have been painted for you out in these streets, okay? Also, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Cancer. I mean, I didn't mean to say Cancer, okay? So double Cancer. But I meant to say Capricorn energy, okay? It could be very significant. I feel like your potential is in an extremely high place at this time, okay? I don't have any notes for this one. We just winging it. We're winging it. So what's going on within them? There's Domino at the bottom of the deck, which says, I'm always feeling lucky, okay? So you're just like extremely blessed. We got Vengeance will be mine, okay? So lots of vengeance being called in your honor at this time, okay? We got Wiccan at the bottom of the deck, okay, which talks about, it says self-control. Never heard of it, you know? I feel like there could be certain people outside of you who haven't showed any self-control or any type of constraint when it came to attacking you, okay, with this Eight of Pumpkins right here at the bottom of this deck, you know, and the Five of Lightning under that, okay, and the Master, more devil energy, okay? So, definitely somebody sending a lot of magic your way, okay? But none of this magic working or having an effect, you know, them just like tuckering themselves out, and they mad over dumb shit anyway, okay? What's going on outside of them? We got Hulk, okay? With think first, smash later, okay? And this is really what people didn't do, okay? They didn't think. They didn't do no research to try to figure out you or how you work or how you tick or should they attack somebody like you or none of that. They just jumped in head first. They wanted to smash first and think later, you know. They were more concerned with what kind of snacks they were going to be able to get for themselves, you know. What else? We got Storm with Unleash the Thunder, okay? So that's crazy overall energy, okay? So, vengeance is mine, saith who, okay? Saith the Lord. And he is out here unleashing the thunder on these people, okay? They having epiphanies because the thunder comes before the lightning, okay? They having epiphanies about the ways that they have wronged you or gone up against you or, you know, just people in general. You know, we got Wolverine with When I'm Alone, I'm in Great Company. I think you're very comfortable alone, and now that certain people are being pushed in isolation, they could be having these epiphanies and looking at all of the things and all of the steps that you've taken, you know, really realizing like shit is not easy, you know, like really realizing that you had a bit of a hard journey, and they're under judgment at this time, okay, because they were trying to affect your peace, your serenity, your happiness, trying to affect your Antikarana bridge and the way that you connect with the divine, okay? And your spirit team said, what? Are we fighting? Look at all of them. They all got their own weapons ready to take these people out about your stability and about the things that you are meant to attract with this Wheel of Fortune being in your favor, okay? With the Six of Pentacles, they tried to mess with what God had for you. And that was the biggest mistake ever. These people that think the devil is more powerful. Just because the devil appears to give them what they want, okay? We got the Tower. That's what they're going through. They're not experiencing any forward movement, okay? being pushed into hermit to learn the error of their ways, you know. And some people might even be able to turn things around for themselves, you know. Some people might actually be having epiphanies, being taught, you know, like it's like God is teaching them how to think first and smash later. Because you know how they say, you know, like hurt people, you know. And so that's kind of the deal here. Teaching these hurt people how not to hurt people first, okay? How to use your words, okay? That's what I heard. Use your words, okay? So, really making these people realize just how immature they have been, you know, because that's something you would say to a child, right? You know, use your words rather than, you know, fighting or biting. I think these people were quick to, you know, like you're showing me very like catty energy, you know, like pulling your hair, you know, biting you, like a dirty fighter, okay? That's what he's showing me, a dirty fighter, okay? So you've been fighting these battles against these people who were fighting very dirty for a long time, because first of all, you didn't know what kind of demonic stuff they was getting up to, and second of all, you didn't even know that you was the target. You didn't even know they didn't like you. They didn't even have a conversation or give you the respect to say, you know what, I can't stand you, bitch, and I want you out of my life because you do this and you do that and you do that and I don't like that. You know, like their communication doesn't even go that far. Yeah, the tower again at the bottom of the deck, okay? We got the hermit and we got the six of chalices. So they're being forced to like reflect over the past and the things that they've been through with you when they're alone, you know? Like maybe this is something that's not really happening for them when they're around other people, but I think they really can't like, it's almost like they can't fight the shame that's going on in their life. Like they can't fight the guilt that they feel for all the ways that they advance toward you with this devil, conniving, trickster type of energy, okay? It's because they're not moving forward though, okay? We got the Ace of Scythes, which feels like confirmation, but also it's like this energy of you standing in your truth, you being very authentic, and God being the one who provides everything for you, and therefore the one who is currently fighting your battles, okay? But he's been fighting your battles for a long time, and that's something that they really didn't expect either, you know? Maybe you weren't the best version of yourself always, you know, and they thought they would be able to take advantage of that because you were, you know, making these mistakes and your life what didn't seem to be going super great. You know, they thought, you know, oh, well, you can never be chosen, you can never be anointed, you know, I'm sure I can attack you and swap destinies with you and you'll never notice, you know what I mean, or there'll never be any repercussions because as far as they're concerned, you deserve this, okay? Hangman energy, but they're getting strung up and hung up with this very limited way of thinking, you know. They were thinking like a vampire and now they're paying a lot of attention to you, you know. And it's funny because that Spike on the Hangman card, you know, and Spike, though he was a villain, was always very, very in love with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know. And also, like at first, he really thought he hated her, right? He really thought he hated her. He hunted her down all the time, you know, but it turns out he was really just in love with her, you know. He never really wanted to kill her. He just really enjoyed like sparring with her. He felt like she was a worthy adversary, you know what I mean? The perfect hero to his villainy, okay? And this could be how someone is really feeling about you or how they were looking at you this entire time. I think now they want to kind of look at you like an ally or someone who can help them or who can save them, but you're not really allowed to entertain that line of thinking. You're just really not even, it's not even in your hands no more, you know, and this is something you really understand. So Sienna the Slayer, okay, and this is interesting too. Sienna was from like overseas, you know, so when she comes, she's like this ultimate slayer. She's been trained ever since she was young, and Buffy just found out she was the slayer in high school. No one had trained her or taught her or told her how to do anything, you know. So even though she was a powerful hero, a powerful slayer, and she had much more experience in the field when it came to tearing up vampires, you know, Sienna came and made her look bad, you know, and even I want to say Niles, okay? Even Niles, Buffy's watcher, was very impressed with Sienna and her skills and her knowledge as a slayer, you know? So this could be something like this too. Maybe you're even dealing, because I said they're having this epiphany. They're being taught to think first and smash later, you know. This could even be someone who is very divine, who works for spirit, but they have just been really confused about the way things go. Like this could have been someone who was really egotistical, really power tripping. They went through a lot of different things, so their awakening has been a lot more difficult for them, and now they're just now really figuring out like what is the point, you know, and who they are. And I think you could have even had something to do with this epiphany that this villain seems to be having, you know. It says this card finds you deeply connected to the cynical nature of life. Sienna stands to remind you to take joy where you can, face sorrow when you must, and know that nothing is permanent, you know. And also Sienna, she really didn't have any like experiences with boys. It's like Sienna also looked up to Buffy, you know what I mean? Buffy felt like she was less than because she didn't have as much training and as much prep as Sienna had, but Sienna envied Buffy because Buffy had a free life. Buffy was able to have boyfriends. Buffy was in charge as the Slayer. She ran her team, but Sienna was sort of ran by her watcher, you know. So just these types of energies, you know, this energy where I got the chills so bad, okay? This energy where you two are kind of synonymous. That's what I'm hearing. Synonymous types of energies, but just a different way of expressing yourself, a different way of doing your, you know, vampire slayer job. And I don't know, maybe you could have had some sort of difference with somebody else, you know. I'm hearing like, if you're a reader, maybe you had an issue with another reader or whatever, you know, and it's like, y'all are actually quite synonymous in the things that you do, and that y'all are kind of both being taught a lesson about arguing and having fights with other people who are divine. It's so unnecessary when vengeance is God's. And I think that this is a lesson that you have absorbed, and maybe this is a lesson that that other person didn't see. You could have even been being harassed by some sort of spiritualist or something this entire time because they misunderstood you and who your journey was and what mission you were on. They perceived you as an enemy, and I could totally relate to this, you know. They perceived you as an enemy when really you had good intentions, and y'all just had two different styles or different ways of doing things, and it turned into some sort of disagreement where, you know, or some sort of illusion that you were on the other side as far as that person was concerned, you know, or they were on the other side working for the devil as far as you're concerned, but really both of y'all work for the divine, and y'all just have two totally different styles of doing things, you know. It says, much like Sienna wasn't given a choice in her destiny, you may need to accept that your current situation is outside of your control. You cannot win a fight against change, okay? You must simply accept it as a part of your life and focus your energy on what you can do, you know? So this energy of you not really trying to like focus on telling other people how to do what it is that they do. Just let them do what they do. You don't know what is the deal or the journey that they're on with God. It's not your job to judge that shit or to extract vengeance in the name of God. Like, God is the one who gets all this vengeance around here. And either you need to be reminded of that, or this person outside of you it's getting a huge reminder about that, okay? So, like, if you do have, like, you know, I heard some sort of rap beef going on, don't worry about that, you know. Just remain loyal to the divine and keep staying in this school of higher learning with this Oracle of Delphi energy, you know. Because it's kind of like, that's what I did, you know. I recognized the beef for exactly what it was. It was imaginary beef. Bitch, I don't know you and you don't know me. We ain't got no reason to argue, no reason to be enemies, no reason to not get along. I'm not in this to argue with nobody. I'm in this to deliver the word that I'm supposed to be delivering, to do my job and to go on about my day and have a good day. I don't got time for nobody's beef. I don't even eat meat no more. That's funny. What's this? Okay, we got the One of Forces, okay, or the Ace of Cups. We got the King of Keys. We got the Queen of Scrolls, and we got the Three of Keys with the chess game, okay. So, almost this energy of you allowing your feminine energy to lead, you know. I think it's really easy to get caught up in thinking about something or thinking we know what's going on with people, you know, but we never know what kind of heartbreaks people have been through or have experienced in their lives, you know. And when we get caught up in our ego and we get caught up in that place of judgment, we kind of don't really care about people's heartbreaks or their traumas of the past, right? We let our anger take over and we forget to have sympathy for the person. We forget the empathy. So Archangel Zadkiel, or, you know, guardian angel Zadkiel, is asking you to remain very aware of that, you know, to always allow your feminine energy to lead. And that's how you'll always maintain that beautiful, you know, reputation, I want to say. That's how you'll maintain your beautiful reputation, you know, by making these calculated moves as far as the King of Keys energies goes. You know what I mean? Making calculated moves, knowing you can't be manipulated or anything like that, and standing in your truth no matter what, and allowing the more feminine, softer side of you to lead things. Allowing the feminine, softer side of you to lead you into war if you have to, and knowing that it's more of a game and less of a war, you know what I mean? And it's all about moving strategically and in a way that is best for you at the end of the day. What's Ghost Rider with Vengeance is mine? Okay, we got the Queen of Forces, okay? So more of that beautiful goddess type of energy. Keeping yourself balanced. Recognizing that, hey, I healed from the heartbreak that tell me I gotta argue with a bitch. And I'm not gonna do it, okay? And just maintaining that. What else? We got birth, okay? So beautiful, fertile energy you're in at this time. And I think like getting caught up in the drama is going to take you to that place where you feel out in the cold again, okay? We got the King of Roses or the King of Pentacles, because I think you're grounding a lot of physical earthly things. Things are changing a lot in your earthly matters. Your options could be opening up and things could be really balancing out at this time. And I think that this person is still a little bit focused on you, you know. Maybe they're having a hard time learning this lesson about thinking first and smashing later. Maybe they have become so obsessed with smashing anything, I don't know, with smashing any and everything that makes them feel inferior or whatever. And so they're just not willing to let it go. We got will, wisdom, and mind, you know. But it's all about the way that you exercise your will and your wisdom, and keeping your mind in the most positive place that you can keep it in, keeping your mind in a very balanced place. Because, you know, I'm hearing like it takes two to tango, but, you know, he's saying it like those two need to match, right? Because we're not going to get a two tango out of people with two completely different dance styles, you know. Sometimes we can, because opposites do tend to attract. But sometimes that person you're trying to dance with just ain't the partner for you. They don't bring out the zest, the extra pizzazz or whatever. And it's okay to, like, you know, let that dancer go on and find somebody who matches their rhythm, and for you to do the same. This energy of, well, you know, though they are connected with you and they're one with you, they're just not really meant to be in that immediate soul family energy, and you being very acceptive of that. And I think that you just really are. I said acceptive, okay, which is giving me acceptance and receptive energy together, okay? So be receptive of the things that Spirit is trying to show you. And sometimes, you know, that lesson comes in that form. Sometimes it's just to see how you're going to react. And you never know who the divine is going to use. You never know when God is using you to get the vengeance, okay? So it's important for you to keep your intentions very positive when you're dealing with people, and let that energy go where it needs to go, you know. If you let yourself get imbalanced and entertain some sort of argument or some sort of disagreement that you don't even care about, then you're giving away your power in a way. So try to, like, really avoid that. But this person could even be someone who is getting more of an epiphany. Like, they're going through a tower, first of all. But it's like they're getting an epiphany of all the things that they have done wrong, okay? So, like, this energy of them getting this karma, okay? We got goddess, okay? And that's what I was saying. Allow your inner goddess to lead. Allow your cup to just overflow effortlessly. It says the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And then we got the alchemist, okay? Keeping your mind aligned, okay, with that alchemical way of thinking, where you're transforming, you know, the base motives of others into this golden wisdom. People's base motives when they come toward you aren't always the best, but you're able to transmute and control and manipulate energy for the highest good of everyone involved. So this energy of you really flexing that power, you know, it might piss you off that people are, you know, exploiting the feminine nature of things and trying to, you know, overly sexualize things or whatever. I don't know where that came from, but that could definitely be something about the energy, okay? I know it might piss you off that people are trying to misuse their power and the power of knowledge and leading people wrong. You know what I mean? That come to them for some spiritual guidance. But it's not your job to judge that or to get vengeance on that in any way. It's your job to acknowledge that, to pray about it, to separate yourself from it as far as you can so that karma don't hit you. And for you to move on and continue to just drink that delicious and refreshing water, okay? What's the Queen of Scrolls? And the Hulk and the Storm, okay? We got the Knight. It says, so whoever this is, okay, they made some sort of allegiance to a destructive ruler or a principle, and I showed you the devil card twice, okay? So, you know, a lot of people out here, okay, they're acting like they're doing a job for the divine, but they're really spreading a lot of very nasty and misleading type of information, but they have their role to play too. So it's ridiculous to argue with them or to tell them they're doing it wrong, because like I said already, you never know who God is using. So if you don't like it, if you don't disagree with it, I mean, if you disagree with it, if it does not rub you the right way or resonate with you, then unsubscribe. Don't watch it. It's fine. Even if it's me. I don't give a fuck. Unsubscribe if you don't like it. Okay? And that's just how your intuition works. What's the Three of Keys in the chess game? And I think that this person is... The thing about it is, because I was talking about the comparison of the two energies, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, that person works for the divine, but I think they're on like a dark path. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this makes any sense. Like, they are, okay, so I'm hearing like antagonist, protagonist type of shit, okay? They're like undercover as a villain type shit, okay? They are like a teacher of discernment type shit, okay? So, yes, you know, you go there and you're irked so bad about what it is that they're doing wrong or the way that they're reading or whatever, but they could be someone who's meant to teach people to discern what is right for them and what's not right for them, to learn a lesson about following the wrong advice. So don't be so quick to judge is all the energy is here, you know? What's Three of Keys, the chess game, Hulk, and the Storm? We got Addict, okay? But also this energy of this person being very heartbroken, okay? This person is really tired of feeling like they have to compromise their integrity and honesty, you know? Because a lot of them put on masks to do that job. Could you imagine wearing a mask all day long, all the time? Like, it's very exhausting and it's emotionally draining for this person or people who are doing this, okay? So it's only backfiring in a negative way to them and to their self-love. It does not say nothing about you and who you are. It does not disrupt your balance, right? Because what they eat don't make you shit. So it's just like none of your concern. Call it out, pray about it, like I said, and separate from it. That's all you got to do. And then in that way, you just told God, okay, hey, God, look at this. I know you see this going on. I know vengeance is yours, so I'm just going to step away and allow you to do that. And sometimes that's all God is waiting for, is for the right people to step away so they can get what it is that they deserve, okay? It says helps you to recognize and confront addictive behavior, you know? And that's what I said. This person's being forced to sit down and really think about the things they have done, okay? Big time out, sitting in the corner energy. What's the Queen of Forces, the Hulk, and the Storm? We got child nature, okay? So you're operating out of this beautiful, loving, inner child type of energy. And I think that this is where Zadkiel really wants you to stay, you know? really take on that energy of a dog, okay? Dogs are amazing. They're so friendly, and also they're very resilient, okay? But also, in a way, don't be like a dog, because a dog will come back to you over and over and over again, you know? You can hurt a dog so many times, and that dog is just going to turn around and forgive you and warm back up to you, because they're very loyal. You are the person that's their person. They're going to be loyal to you no matter how you hurt them. So don't be like a dog in that way. Don't feel like you have to continue to be loyal to certain people or certain energies. Because I think this is kind of what someone is banking on you staying very loyal to them no matter what. They know that's who you are and the kind of person that you are. And this loyalty you have to them could be preventing them from getting that thunder unleashed on their asses, okay? We got Midas and Miser. What's the difference between me and you, okay? You talk a good one, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. So the shadow says hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth, okay? I heard, bitch, I'm obsessed with bitch, I'm in love with my wealth. Yeah, I'm obsessed with myself or some shit like that, okay? And then the light attribute talks about entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold and delighting in sharing life's riches. I feel like for you, it's just all about the delight that comes with the journey, the delight that comes with the job, the spreading of the love and the information that you really enjoy doing for God, you know? I think you can't be bought, and it's really hard for people to say that you do it for the money at this point, because it's very clear you ain't doing it for the money, you know? So just continue to keep on going, and don't, like, why would you be arguing for somebody who obsessed with wealth? With wealth outside of them? That lets you know exactly how much they don't know, and how much they not worth your time. What's will, wisdom, and mind, and the hope and the storm? We got shapeshifter, okay? So shapeshift right on out of these situations with these negative energies, okay? These people are projecting any image that serves their personal agenda in that moment. And you have a skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. The ability to see the potential in everything and also everyone. So see the potential in them and know that that's the most powerful thing that you can do. That's the real way that you build up your future. That's the way that you take these mental entrapments that are being projected at you and turn them into something that is a tool that helps you to build for yourself, to build up your master art that they wish to take down. That's how you exercise these demons, okay? By standing in your power and knowing that it's covered by God, and anybody that got a problem with it gonna get like smited, okay? Then we got the Akashic Library right here, and we got clearing the way. And then we got the one of keys with this architect energy. Like I said, you're a master at building the future that you're meant to see. Not only are you rooted and grounded in your truth, but also your crown chakra is very strong, okay? Which I'm getting from like, the keys cards are purple, and there's 3 of them. And the Akashic Library is red, okay? So that's what I'm getting. You could be dealing with someone who has a lot of views of the ego, you know, when it comes to like mental entrapments and their Akashic Library and how they're really meant to work with it. This could be someone who feels like, you know, everybody isn't special, you know, everybody is. They just are in a different way. And some people just don't get to show you how special they were this lifetime. Sometimes the next lifetime is their lifetime where they're supposed to shine. In this lifetime, they're just paying this karma and learning these lessons because that's the plan that their higher soul has for them. But at the end of the day, it's not up for you to judge. It's their thing to work through if they don't see the treasure within themselves. And for you to just continue to go down the path of the unknown with much optimism and happiness, and knowing that everything's going to work out for you, and hoping the best for the people that you run into, that you might have issues with as well. All right. But I think at the end of the day, you always choose this balance. I think you always choose this peace. Because, you know, vengeance will be mine, is what's going on within you. So it's like you are hearing God say this to you. Nah, I got that one. Okay, that's the kind of stuff you're hearing. You're just letting things go and releasing things, and I think that's really confusing for the people outside of you, for this, community or person or whoever is trying to like attack this in you. Like, they're just a miser. They don't have the Midas touch. They destroy everything that they touch, and they feel like everything that you touch turns to gold, and they really don't understand why. And so this has forced them to like actually call out to God and really find out, well, what is it that I'm doing wrong, after so long of having that view of the ego where they only see themselves, where they're just obsessed with themselves and they only worried about wealth. For all you know, this is what this person was taught to be important, and they're just coming around to this realization that this is just what's not important. Really seeing the error of their ways, or this is the kind of energy that you have pushed them into by choosing not to entertain the negativity. You know what I'm saying? So like, know that every job that you do for the divine is not going to always be easy. Sometimes, yeah, you're being a lesson to the next person and you're a test for the next person, but also it's a few lessons and tests in that shit for you too. So this energy of you really taking accountability and being very responsible with what kind of energies you're willing to entertain. Because you're just as guilty if you get in the fight. What happened when you get in a fight and the police show up? If both people was fighting, guess what? Both people going to jail unless nobody press charges and they willing to squash it right there on the scene. It's the same way with the divine. What's the one of forces, the goddess, and the wheel of fortune? We got the two of potions, okay? So almost this energy of you choosing to exchange energy in that feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? Choosing, because it's like the King of Keys, he has his sword down and he's riding his horse. Yeah, he's ready to charge at any moment, but his weapons aren't out. He's not on that. He's looking off into the distance, thinking about the most positive things. And I think that this is what Zadkiel is really asking of you at this time. Even if you run into threats or people who think they can affect you or your energy or whatever, it's up to you to keep things very smart and loving and compassionate. And know that that's the biggest part of your contract with God, is understanding the hierarchy of that shit. And not stepping on God's toes, okay? Because it's real easy for us to get ahead of ourselves and step on God's toes when He's trying to move in our life. And then wondering why things are very slow. What's the King of Keys, the Alchemist, and Hope, and okay, we got the Ace of Lightning, okay? Because that was all facts. But also, when you allow God to work in your life, it really does make the truth that you want to walk in, that you're walking into, a lot more clear, And also, when you're in that nice, cool, calm, loving place, that's when your best channeled messages come in. That's when the best guidance comes in. That's when things are the most clear. So you have to always remain aware of that. And don't feel like you always got to address somebody that's in a sour, negative energy. Because you really just don't know where they are at in life with it, And like, who got time to be thinking about that? I just don't, okay? What's the Queen of Scrolls in the night and the Wheel of Fortune? You got the star, baby. Because at the end of the day, you are the star. Especially when you lead with that beautiful, feminine, loving energy. That's what keeps you shining so bright. Knowing that that all of your battles are fought and won already. What's the Three of Keys and the Addicts? We got the Knight of Candles, So it's like, yeah, you have had someone who was very heartbroken, making this passionate movement toward tearing you down, but they haven't been successful and they ain't never gonna be. And when you pray for them, when you pray for their healing, when you pray for their guidance, when you pray for them to be closer to God, that is heard. That's heard way louder than that, return to sender. No. You really want to fuck them up? Pray for the best of them. I keep telling y'all that. Pray for the balance of them. Pray for the advancement of them. Pray for that they will have positive intentions, so that they will start to understand the way that their will works, so that they can tap into their wisdom, so they can have a higher mind, a higher way of thinking. That's what's best for the entire collective. Try not to be selfish and slip back into those views of the ego is what Zadkiel is really saying. I feel like he's so passionate about this. That's the vibes that I'm getting, you know. But it's like this energy of him really wanting you to utilize that inner fire properly. Like, it's not just so you can go on some sort of ego trip or feel like you're better than another, because none of us are better than another. We all have our quirks and our things that make us weird and our things that make us imperfect. And there's always something we could look at in the next person and judge. But that's not our job. As divine, beautiful light workers, as royal energies, that ain't our job. What's the queen of forces, the child nature, and the wheel of fortune, okay? We got the 8 of potions. That's our only job, okay? Walking away and maintaining our balance and our loving energy so that we can be so much more powerful and so much more helpful to this world, okay? Adding more negativity or more nastiness to the situation ain't gonna ever do nothing for nobody. And I think this is something that you really have learned and something you really have grasped for yourself. And this is a lesson, a hard lesson that people are having to learn outside of you. So continue to just walk away from these situations that aren't serving you. Because I heard like lashing out. Certain people could be trying to lash out because they're still in their addictions. They're still, it's almost like they're fighting this epiphany. Like the Hulk is perfect, right? Because once the Hulk gets angry, he turns big and green and he fucks up everything in the path. And it's damn near impossible to stop the Hulk. It's only a handful of people who can stop the Hulk and touch his hand in that special way and make him calm down and turn into that nice, smart, beautiful scientist that he is, you know. So just know that some of these energies get like that, you know. They get so caught up in themselves and in this power trip and in this energy of anger, and they had all these revelations and now they're just stuck where they are. And it's only going to take certain energies and a certain amount of time to calm them down and get them to that place where they're thinking clearly and where they're ready to operate out of their feminine energy. So you just got to move on. What's birth? Midas, miser, and the wheel of fortune. Okay, the strength card. You just got to move on to make sure that you keep your strength intact, you know. And then it's like, she is this mature energy, right? And the kids are knocking on her door and they're like, trick or treat. Now imagine if she had a bucket full of candy in her hand and she was like, no treats for y'all, because all y'all been doing is going around tricking the neighborhood. What them kids gonna do? They gonna come back and fuck with her. They gonna egg her house. They gonna TP her tree and all kinds of stuff because she didn't give them the candy that they wanted, even though they know they wasn't acting in the best energies. They wasn't doing what they should have did. They didn't deserve no candy. But they gonna prank her house and try to hurt her because she didn't give them what they want, okay? That's the example that he's using. And that's the same thing with these types of energies and situations. But also he's saying, like, this doesn't make them any less of divine beings. It just makes them people who are still hurt, still lost, still angry, and it's okay for them to be there. And you don't gotta stand there and take nothing that they're trying to deliver to you or to push at you. Because they're gonna project. That's what I said. Projecting an image that serves their personal agenda in the moment. So if they gotta project that you ain't shit just so they can look better, you better believe that's what they gonna do. But they're just lost, okay? So just be the responsible star that you are and walk away from the negativity. Don't feel like you have to entertain that shit, okay? What's will, wisdom, and mind, shapeshifter, and the wheel of fortune? We got the Ace of Potions, okay? Or the Ace of Cups, which started the reading, okay? That was what was on the first row, the One of Forces. Allow your cup to overflow. And that overflows into the cups of others. That's how it works. They don't be telling me, you know, oh, stop that cup from overflowing. You need to teach these people a lesson. Spirit don't tell me that. Okay, so know that that's not the mentality to have. Okay, with this five of potions, people are already sad. They already in despair. They already know they under judgment. They know what they did wrong. Because vengeance is God's, and He got a special type of way of dealing with His kids, just like you do. We got the Ten of Pentacles, and what happened when you get in between a mama talking to her child? It's, you get a smooth. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Because this is between me and my child. Why you talking? And that's exactly how it is with God. Don't get in the way of how God deals with His kids. Just walk away when He tell you to walk away, and don't feel like it's your job to, like, you know, pay anybody back or get this vengeance. That's such a limited way of thinking, and that's only going to hold you back in the end and keep your cup from overflowing. That only cuts off your own access to the Akashic field and to you enjoying the fruits of your labor that it took to get this Wheel of Fortune in your favor in the first place, baby. So just stay focused on the positive and know that you're finna get this justice no matter what. Okay, we got no at the bottom of the deck. Wait, pause, postpone, say no. If it don't seem like it's something you need to entertain, you need to say no. Well, that was what the dude on Friday did. He's like, you want some of this, old man? He was like, no. He walked away. So, like, just know that that's what it is also when people enter your energy. They think they want some of that. And then they see how you manhandle the people who was in line for them to get manhandled first, spiritually. And then they don't want none of that. And they walk away anyway. Or they just continue to hit themselves over and over again by trying to attack you anyway because their ego is in the way, telling them, oh no, we're more powerful. We can destroy them. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep going. We're going to take them out. They're not going to ever be successful. This is the way that their ego is lying to them at this time. So just take a nice smooth side step and let them get what's theirs while you focus on this divine purpose and being the best that you can be and shining like you're supposed to. What's the final thought on this? Ooh, we got the crumbling, okay? So it says, what are you clinging on to, okay? And then we got trust the niggle with what is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? And that's why I said, you know, just listen to the divine. It says with Akasha, it says your guidance is divinely guided. So trust these niggles that you're getting in your gut, you know. Just focus on mothering yourself, okay? And allowing the counsel of light, to come in and handle everything that you need to have handled. Trust in the divine orchestration of things. Trust in the helpers of the subtle realms. Because you are a beautiful OG light worker, baby. You don't have no issues, no problems, and you don't owe anyone, like you don't owe anybody the satisfaction of mirroring nasty energy to them. Who is they? Nobody, okay? They somebody, but they need to go figure that out. It ain't your job to figure it out. It says, there is a shift happening right now where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. And that ain't you. Because you standing on a strong foundation with your cup overflowing and relying on God to fight all your battles and handle any issues that come up, right? It says it's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole. So you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. When you're in the thick of it, it can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Have faith, because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You will be reborn in the fire. You are being called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, to let the crumbling occur. You know, and sometimes, like I was saying, we get into these moments with these people and we think we're supposed to give them back what they're giving us. But no, the tower's still gonna feel like a tower, whether we, you know, get into a negative energy or not. But if we stay very positive, then that tower, and just let the crumbling, you know what I mean? We just Stay calm and cool and collected and let the crumbling occur. When we open our eyes, everything is crumbled around us, but because we stand on a strong foundation, we will be fine. So always remember that them people that be throwing all of that, throwing all of that mess and trying to knock down your tower could never affect your foundation. And anything that gets torn down or taken from you, God always build up 10 times better. It says to loosen your grip, to let the crumbling occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together? What are you doing your best to avoid? How are you trying to pretend everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is falling away to tumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you will be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent that it will take your breath away each morning, okay? Kali, the goddess of destruction, and the Black Madonna are with you now. Lay it all on their altar. They can hold it all, So just make sure you're not clinging to any of these negative situations or, to any negative energy that anyone has sent your way. Like, just go ahead and transmute that energy and to continue to let your cup overflow, because it was the way that your cup was overflowing that attracted that negative energy to you in the first place. It says, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place, And I think that this is probably what could be going on with the person outside of you also, Maybe they feel threatened by you. Maybe they feel like, like the story with the Buffys. I mean, with the Slayers, that you, in some sort of way, have the ability to come in and take their place. Maybe they're intimidated by you. Maybe they feel like, this is all I have. I worked so hard to get this whole time. And who is this new person think they are coming in trying to swoop my promotion from under me or whatever, You just never know, why people are doing it, and they act out these energies in such weird ways that it could leave, big question marks in your head, But you don't have to let that drag you in. Just allow things to crumble and fall and have that faith that everything's going to work out in the end, So, with that, I'm done. I hope you have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, okay, that you got something that you needed out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye!